Rewriting your destiny, the power to transform your life against all odds. Welcome to a journey of transformation, resilience, and the raw power of human will. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of what it means to truly own your story, to rewrite your destiny in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. I'm here to share with you the profound insights and life-altering wisdom I gained from an extraordinary individual, Latoy Fowler. Latoy isn't just a survivor, she's a warrior, a beacon of hope, and a living testament to the incredible potential that lies within each of us. Her story isn't just inspiring, it's a battle cry for everyone who's ever felt trapped by their circumstances, defined by their past, or limited by the expectations of others. As an adoptee whose mother took her father's life when she was just 6 years old, a survivor of sexual assault and domestic violence, and someone who once lived on the streets, Latoy had every reason to believe her story was already written. A tragic tale of victimhood and despair. But she chose differently. She chose to pick up the pen and rewrite her narrative, transforming her life into one of purpose, success, and profound impact. Latoy's journey from the depths of trauma to becoming a force for change is nothing short of miraculous. Her work has touched countless lives, empowering individuals to break free from the shackles of their past and step into their true potential. She stands as a living, breathing example of what's possible when we refuse to be defined by our circumstances and instead choose to define ourselves. Now, I want you to lean in close and really hear this. You have that same power within you. Yes, you, the power to rewrite your story, to transform your life, to defy the odds and create a future that sets your soul on fire. This isn't some feel good platitude or empty motivational speak. This is a fundamental truth about human potential that has the power to revolutionize your entire existence. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you told yourself, this is just who I am, or this is my lot in life? How often have you accepted limitations placed on you by others or by your own fears and insecurities? It's time to challenge those beliefs, to shatter those self imposed cages. Your past, no matter how painful or challenging, does not have to dictate your future. Your circumstances, no matter how dire, do not have to define your destiny. You and God are the only ones who need to walk this journey of change. No one else gets to dictate your future. When you decide to step into the life you truly deserve, when you choose to believe in your own potential, nothing, I mean nothing, can stop you. Now, and I know what some of you might be thinking. Easy for you to say, you don't know my life, my struggles, my pain. And you're right, I don't. But neither did Latoy know yours when she shared her message. What she does know, what she's lived, is that transformation is possible for anyone willing to believe in it and work for it. Let me share with you some powerful stories of individuals who have embodied this principle of self-authorship. These are real people with real struggles who chose to rewrite their stories in ways that will leave you breathless and inspired. First, let's talk about Brenda Eason. Brenda's story is one that could have easily ended in despair. She faced a tragedy so devastating that most of us can't even fathom it. The kind of loss that makes you question everything, that makes you want to curl up and disappear from the world. But Brenda, she looked grief in the eye and said, "You will not define me." Instead of retreating, she chose to channel her pain into purpose. She founded the Black Business Owners Network, BBON, and the Black Empowered Network. Think about that for a moment. In her darkest hour, when the world seemed to be crumbling around her, Brenda chose to create something that would lift others up. She took her anguish and transformed it into a platform that empowers entrepreneurs, that gives voice and opportunity to those who might otherwise be overlooked. Brenda didn't just overcome her tragedy, she used it as fuel to ignite change on a massive scale. This, my friends, is what it means to be the author of your own story. It's not about waiting for perfect circumstances or for life to be fair. It's about taking what you have, where you are, and creating something meaningful from it. It's about refusing to be a victim and choosing instead to be a victor. Now, let's talk about Dr. Angelia Bills. Dr. Bills' journey is a testament to the transformative power of self-belief and resilience. She faced obstacles that would have deterred most people: personal setbacks, professional roadblocks, societal expectations, telling her what she could and couldn't achieve. But Dr. Bills made a choice that would alter the course of her life and inspire countless others. She chose to believe in herself when no one else did. She chose to keep pushing forward when every door seemed to slam in her face. She chose resilience over resignation. The result, Dr. Bills didn't just achieve personal success, she became a beacon of hope for others. She's living proof that when you choose to believe in yourself, when you refuse to let your circumstances define you, you can achieve things beyond your wildest dreams. Think about the power of that choice for a moment. How many times have you let self doubt hold you back? How often have you listened to the voices, internal and external, telling you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough? Dr. Bill's story challenges us to silence those voices and amplify our own inner strength. Lastly, let me tell you about Raphaala Yasharahla. Raphaala's story is one of overcoming self-doubt and external obstacles. It's a journey of self-development and embracing ambition in a world that often tells us to shrink ourselves to fit in. Raphaala could have listened to the naysayers. She could have accepted the limitations others tried to place on her. She could have let her self-doubt win. But instead, she chose to believe in her potential. She chose to pursue her ambitions relentlessly. What's remarkable about Raphaala's story is not just her personal success, but the ripple effect it has had on others. By choosing to believe in herself, by refusing to dim her light, she's inspired countless others to do the same. She's shown us that our ambitions aren't something to be ashamed of or to hide, but something to embrace and pursue with everything we've got. These stories, Brenda's, Dr. Bill's, Raphaala's, they're not anomalies. They're not exceptions to the rule. They're examples of what's possible when we embrace our power as the authors of our own stories. They show us that no matter where we start, no matter what challenges we face, we have the power to shape our narrative. Now, and I want to be crystal clear about something. This isn't about positive thinking or wishful dreaming. This is about making a fundamental shift in how we view ourselves and our place in the world. It's about recognizing that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we absolutely can control how we respond to it. Latoy's message, the message embodied by Brenda, Dr. Bills, and Raphaala, is this: you are not bound by your past. You and God are the only ones who need to walk this journey of change. No one else gets to dictate your future. When you decide to step into the life you truly deserve, when you choose to believe in your own potential, nothing can stop you. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where we move from inspiration to action. Because knowing you have the power to rewrite your story is one thing. Actually picking up the pen and starting to write is another. So how do we do this? How do we start rewriting our stories? First, we need to recognize our power. We need to truly internalize the fact that we are not passive characters in our own lives. We are the authors. This means taking responsibility, not for everything that's happened to us, but for how we choose to move forward. Think about that for a moment. How often do we play the victim in our own lives? How often do we say, this is just the way things are, instead of asking, how can I change this? Recognizing your power means understanding that you have a choice in every moment, a choice in how you respond, how you act, how you move forward. Second, we need to challenge our own narratives. What stories have you been telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of? Are these stories serving you, or are they holding you back? It's time to question those limiting beliefs, those self-imposed boundaries. Maybe you've been telling yourself that you're not smart enough to pursue that degree, or that you're too old to start a new career, or that you don't deserve success because of mistakes you've made in the past. It's time to challenge those narratives. It's time to ask yourself, what if the opposite were true? Third, we need to embrace resilience. Rewriting your story isn't always easy. There will be setbacks. There will be days when it feels easier to fall back into old patterns. But resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about always getting back up. Think about Brenda Eason. She could have let her tragedy define her. Instead, she used it as a catalyst for change. That's resilience. Think about Dr. Bills, facing obstacle after obstacle, but refusing to give up on her dreams. That's resilience. Think about Raphaala pushing past self-doubt to embrace her ambitions. That's resilience. Four, we need to believe in transformation, not just for others, but for ourselves. If Latoy can rise from her circumstances and build a life filled with purpose, success, and impact, so can you. If Brenda can turn tragedy into triumph, so can you. If Dr. Bills can overcome obstacles and achieve her dreams, so can you. If Raphaala can push past self-doubt and embrace her ambitions, so can you. This belief in transformation isn't about denying the reality of your current situation. It's about refusing to accept that your current situation is your final destination. It's about understanding that you are not a fixed entity, but a being capable of growth, change, and incredible transformation. Finally, we need to take action. All the belief in the world won't rewrite your story if you don't put pen to paper. Start small if you need to, but start. Take one step, then another towards the life you want to create. Maybe that first step is enrolling in a class. Maybe it's leaving a toxic relationship. Maybe it's starting that business you've been dreaming about. Whatever it is, take that step and then take another and another. Each step you take is a word in your new story, a story of transformation and triumph. Now, I know this isn't easy. I know that for some of you, the idea of rewriting your story feels overwhelming. Maybe you've tried before and fallen short. Maybe you're facing challenges that seem insurmountable. But I want you to hear me when I say this. You are stronger than you know. Your greatest chapter is still ahead of you. Remember, this isn't about erasing your past or pretending that difficult things haven't happened. It's about recognizing that your past doesn't have to define your future. It's about understanding that every day, every moment, you have the opportunity to write a new page in your story. So here's my challenge to you, inspired by my conversation with Latoy Fowler and the incredible stories of Brenda, Dr. Bills, and Raphaala. Take ownership of your story. Make the choice right here, right now, to rewrite your future. Believe in your potential. Step into the life you truly deserve. It won't always be easy. There will be days when you want to give up, when the old narratives try to reassert themselves. But in those moments, I want you to remember Latoy's words. You are not bound by your past. You and God are the only ones who need to walk this journey of change. No one else gets to dictate your future. You have a unique story to tell, a unique contribution to make to this world. Don't let fear, don't let past traumas, don't let anyone else's expectations hold you back from writing the story you were meant to live. As we come to the end of this talk, I want to leave you with this thought. Your story isn't finished. The pen is in your hand. What will you write next? I challenge you right here, right now, to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to stop accepting the story that's been written for you and start writing your own, a commitment to believe in your potential, even when, especially when others don't, a commitment to take action, no matter how small, towards the life you want to create. Remember the stories of Latoy, Brenda, Dr. Bills, and Raphaala. Let their journeys inspire you, but more importantly, let them remind you of your own power. You have within you the same strength, the same resilience, the same capacity for transformation. So go forth and write your story. Make it bold, make it brave, make it uniquely, unapologetically you. The world is waiting for your story. It's time to pick up the pen and start writing. Your next chapter begins now. What will it say?